18th. We're back with the 70/30 podcast, episode 3. We've got Cody, we've got Ethan. You got some big hitters out here that don't take no for an answer. They do a lot of different things. Really proud of these guys. Want to kind of touch base on some of the stuff that we do here, some of the stuff that gets done inside that Top Pitch is just gets to hang around and watch it happen. We kind of grow together. For you guys that want to do more than just bang doors, I don't care if you want to come here and cut grass. It's all about what you want to do. These two here, rock stars, don't stop knocking. And at the same time, they figure out how to buy people's houses. I ain't figured it out yet. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, but I like it. Kind of jealous I didn't come up with it at first, but it's a pleasure to be able to see it happen. So, Ethan, Cody, there you go.
How you guys doing? Ethan, actually in a month I'll be 30, so glad to be a part of this group, man. Top Pitch, I mean, it's definitely taken over. It's going to revolutionize the industry. 70/30 is here. It's going to stay, and I'm glad to be at ground zero and let's build this shit.
Like, I'm one of the youngest guys. I'm 28. Not even 30 yet.
Got a bunch of 19-year-olds.
So what am I supposed to say to it?
I don't know.
Just say hello.
Hey.
Everybody always wants to know who you are. What
Yeah.
you doing here?
Hey, my name's Cody. I'm the best salesman at Top Pitch.
And he will be the guy knocking on your door trying to buy your house.
Yeah, either one. Roof or house, which I prefer house. But
Roof or house, whichever one, or roof and house.
yeah, exactly.
I'm very interested to see how it's going to pan out, how it's going to play out for some of these guys. It's cool to see them take the step, but in my head, I'm like, why did it take so long? Why are you just not doing it? Are you trying to keep your guys? I'd be trying to keep my guys too. Yeah. So 70/30.
They definitely needed that push.
Yeah. Here's the push, guys. 70/30.
Yep.
Don't try and take podcast name and all that.
Yeah, don't take my podcast name. You can take the pay structure, but please don't take the podcast.
Oh, and y'all are also offering Cougar Paw pads and all that. No company does that, and they're on 10 or 12, 50, 50, and me and Jeremy, we tried to get just some gas money, and it didn't happen, dude. I mean, sitting the job, driving your truck, hauling material, all of that for that split. You're capped at $1 million in sales, because if you sit every job, I know someone's talking about that we should sit on jobs. No, we shouldn't. If you're a producer, you shouldn't, because if you sit jobs, you are capped at $1 million, and you will still be working a 9 to 5. You'll not get more time with your family. It's pointless if you have to sit every job. You go buy it, but you shouldn't have to sit it the whole time. If you're a producer, I mean, if you got no sales going, go sit it. You got nothing going on.
I mean, you touch bases with your homeowner, make sure everybody's happy, check in there, make sure there's no skid marks, rose bushes tore up, and you keep pushing.
And you can even just go in the morning. I always go at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, go at 6:30, and do everything and check on it, and then I stay out there and knock. But, I mean, some companies, they don't want you knocking either. They want you sitting at the job.
Man, and I'm going to tell you some crazy shit, Cody. I watched that meeting today, and I watched talking. There was like no interaction. It was just like this right here. And then y'all started talking, and it just took the room, and they started picking their heads up looking. They wanted to hear what was. I kept poking. That's why I kept saying, hey, I kept directing the question at you, and then Jeremy piped up, and then it started going back and forth, and we hit the little the door knock.
And Josh Lasser.
More to what I was going to say, Cody. I watched that shit, and I said, bro, I felt bad for Kevin. Bro, in my head, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Whole group, man. Squad go.
I heard from him 3 times.
Yeah.
And he completely dropped me out of everything.
And it's not even.
Yeah, he messed up big time. He's a hater. That's what he is. He hated that we started the real estate company. He's just a big old hater.
You know, the thing is instead of hating it, you say, hey, what can I do to help you make it better?
Or to let me get in on this shit. He's always talking about being broke. Look, we'll help you not be broke, buddy.
The ego will keep you in the past, man.
Yep.
You gotta
I think
grow.
It's a situation where
Failure to change will keep you in the past.
he don't really care about nobody.
No, exactly. It's all about him. He's self-absorbed.
Well, if he's gonna say he can make X amount of dollars doing repairs, that's not the mentality you need to have coming out of you're losing all your guys. But
Yeah.
you should want to go do repairs, and then teach your son that. Like, look, go build.
Are we in the podcast now?
It's rolling. It rolls.
My whole thing,
Just
like,
conversation.
just a couple weeks ago, he put on the little messenger thing.
Oh, he kicked me out.
$115,000 job, and it's like,
It's
bro, you
competing
could
against his company.
That's the owner.
Been with you could have threw us a bone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that you have to do that. But my thing is, like, why are you trying to put that in our face when you already the owner?
Yep.
You know what I mean? We know you can get that.
Well, it's that entrepreneur mindset that he doesn't have. That's why we came here.
Well, you got to
You know
look
what I
at.
mean?
You got to
Like, I don't
step
want to
back.
get competition with you. You know what I mean?
It's weird.
And then coming into it, you got to step back and look at the bigger vision. He sees it. A lot of people can't see it.
That's why we came here.
It's a bigger vision. This is a relationship game.
Yeah.
It's not just about roofing. It's a relationship.
We're gonna do real estate business.
I mean, but my whole thing is, if you save somebody and you turn out not to be that'd be my issue. When I got with them, this whole, we're family
Yeah.
oriented, and we take care of each other.
It's this whole industry.
Oh, they're all like that.
It's all like that. We'll go to one of the number ones in Georgia. You look at it, them dudes driving Ferraris and fucking Rolls, and your guys are sitting out here struggling.
Yeah, it's all about what they can put in their pocket.
Well, and they're also their material numbers. A lot of guys are leaving because they're playing games with the material numbers at one company.
Are they?
Yeah. It's not showing up the same as what they say it is.
We can't even
Open book.
Yeah, we don't get access to any of that when we were with them. I know.
You see the rep is here, and I let
Yeah, he's your Owens Corning rep.
I let them talk to him.
He basically works here, doesn't he?
He doesn't work here, but he's one of my guys, man.
Yeah, he's a gangster.
He's one of us. So it's just like Bailey sitting in there right then. Hey, man, I want synthetic felt with our name on it. I'm like, tell me why. He's like, man, my marketing, it's going to look good. It's going to look good in the neighborhood. I feel like I can sell more. It makes me legitimate. And Brian's like, hey, and you're going to save $20 a roll.
I love that.
So the prices, you're hearing it. It's not guessing. Man, I wonder what we pay a square. Man, I was $235 till they just went up on me. I'm $240.
Roll putting top pitch on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where we just went up to $245 because ABC and every other shingle manufacturer went up, buying that felt takes us back down.
Yep.
Yeah. And it looks dope.
And that's still a good number. Where we was at, you couldn't go. We didn't know that.
Well, that's the thing. They hid everything, so it was a guessing game. I did all the math when I figured out what he makes and everything, and so every time he said he was poor, I could just laugh at him and say, okay, I know what I just made you myself, so.
Yeah. And you know, I'll tell you what amazes me still to right now is how many companies. I'm watching one that does 12-50-50. I'm watching one that says, hey, we're going everybody W-2, so that 50 just went to 40 and 38.
It'll be 8 by the end of it.
Man, I'm going to show you how to keep it, or if I can't, the accountant is going to show you how to keep it. That's why these LLCs and stuff like that are so important. You know, you guys are going to have to pay your share of taxes, but I think you should be able to have write-offs doing it. You know, a lot of people don't want to show you that. A lot of people don't want to show you how to keep your money. We're going to edit that part out.
Yeah. Joe Biden, get the fuck out of here.
Fucker.
I don't know how to keep my money. I pay it all to them. I work for them.
All of it. Every bit of it.
Or at least too, like we talked about when we sat down with Ben too, like just the bigger picture outside of roofing. Let roofing be the asset to bring us up to the next level. Let these guys grow within roofing. They have a skill that they can always have, and then transition that to where, okay, we got acquisition teams on. Well, we probably don't want to say the game plan to the whole.
So, man, I see different markets, and it's about where you want to take real estate to. You know, if we go in and open up Birmingham, every roof that gets put on, man, that's a lead to go in there and try to buy the house.
Yeah. Well, they go perfectly together. Like that Nick kid, he's going to be a hustler. He's going to be in it. He was just telling me, you know, he's going to, anyone that wants to get into it, we'll teach him how to do it. So. Yeah.
The more options, hey, what other company is giving you options to expand your horizon? They don't. They want you to stay there. It's like people want you to door knock till you're 50 or 60. And listen, I got no problem with the man that does it. None. The margins here are insane. You do it for as long as you want. But do you really want to get out there and take advantage of being in America?
Exactly.
Hey, this is the entrepreneur.
A lot of
People don't know what the American dream is. They're
My
working.
wife, she's working right now actively on getting her.
Well, they train you from a youngin'.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you want the White House and the grill and the picket fence out front, your credit cards, and
You go to
and run up
school
a
that
bunch
looks
of
like a
debt.
prison, and you get ready to go to a cubicle.
Hey man, we said it in the very beginning. I don't want to buy you your Rolex. I don't want to buy your F-250. I want you buying your own shit because you made the money to do it, and whatever that looks like, man. I want everybody to make it, man. I watched you guys since y'all have been here, and y'all amaze me. It's always been me that had the mindset, and me carrying everybody. It's funny, we started 70-30, and you get to bring the guys that want to use it for a stepping stone. You get to bring the guys that see the bigger picture. And
Well, you calling me on a Sunday is what made me come, because when I talked to Wang, I wasn't sure if I was going to come, but you called me on a Sunday at your kid's baseball game or something. So he must have told you something that you liked. But that's why I came. I knew it was like, if he'll take Sunday from the ball game and give me a call and talk to me for an hour, I'm at least going to go meet his ass.
man, you know, and this is what I was saying. I see these guys out here, and they're still sucked into those 40%. And I cannot figure out why they will not take advantage of it. It blows my mind. And I don't know if the culture, I don't know if it's just they're so tied in to the guys where they're at. And I get it, I respect it.
It takes a lot to leave.
Yeah, especially if you've been there for a while.
Cody, every meeting gets better
Oh yeah.
and better here. And I watch these guys, and you feel the love. And it's like, this was Jeremy's first one. I'm like, man, they're responding to Jeremy like they just know Jeremy. That's why I said what I said. I said, hey, y'all know him. For y'all that don't, this is Jeremy. He's brand new. And they're like, they were just responding to him like he had been here forever.
Yep, you can tell who cares to help people and who cares about themselves.
You know, certain people's, their presence demand that respect though. You know, if I'm going to go in here and tell you some good stuff, you boys are going to listen. And they're listening. It wouldn't, I seen them start picking their head up, paying attention. It went from this here to, oh shit, we're about to learn something today.
Yep.
Something kicked in when they're struggling with something. It's either they're going to ask it or somebody else is going to ask it, and they're going to peek up.
Bro, all of them are struggling.
Well, as
If we keep doing them, I'll get more people to admit it. I know a lot of them are struggling personally, but none of them would say it in front of everybody. It's like, dude, just say it.
Bring that door out, that's when you see the
Yeah.
Well, that's what's really going to help a lot with doing the role playing. And
Yeah, it's gonna be big. No one does that.
I don't want to do it, but get more people comfortable
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the team. I mean, that's.
I'll tell you, you make it mandatory 2 days. Let's say you go Wednesday, Thursday, and then you load the vans up Friday and go to.
Oh yeah, it gets you fired up. Fired up. And going in the neighborhood together is great. When you got 4 guys climbing roofs next door, dude, people don't want to miss out. Yeah, exactly.
It's easier. You got to make stuff easier for you. So if you're going out knocking and you got 4 guys, 2 of them right down the street on the roof, now I got a reference.
That's
You
easy.
know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking to you. I'm like, look,
Yeah, just look right here.
yeah.
why wouldn't you let me on your roof?
It's
Everybody
easy.
else is. So
That stuff happened to you when I was a canvasser. Like, I was just knocking doors. Somebody was climbing for me. I'd be like, look, my guy's climbing right next
Yep,
door to you.
it's
So I can
useful.
have him hop over. Or if my guy's flying the drone, I'll have him just fly it from there, right over your house.
Yep.
you got to make them feel comfortable.
You got to be a part of the neighborhood. We're a part. This Sundu neighborhood in Conyers. We're gonna move in there, dude. We're a part of that neighborhood. They know us, but when we get to the door, they already know who we are. Oh, I just saw you down there for the past 10 days. We're a part of that neighborhood.
And it's crazy too. It's funny because there's a foreclosure in this neighborhood too that we door knock.
Yep.
And now it's like it's just crazy how all this just connects to it.
He didn't come to the door. We're gonna get him.
It's that mentality. Cody, that door knock thing you did, I keep going back to you over and over and over. Man, I'm glad you guys are here.
Yep.
I'm glad you came, and Jeremy and Jacob. Man, there's a squad coming together, and it's a whole lot bigger than 70-30. You know, 70-30 kicked it off. It got people's attention. But, you know, the culture here is not sit around, let's be friends. It's sit around, let's figure out ways to come out here and be successful together. What can we do? I watch you taking the guys with you and teaching them real estate like Josh. And then you got Nick over here paying attention. You got a lot of guys that really soak it up. And it's cool to be a part of it. It's cool to see it. It's funny, we're a roof and construction, every trade company. And you got guys in here that are right in the inside of it, doing their own thing. I like it. I like to see it. You know.
And there's a lot of companies out there that will just bash you for that.
Yeah.
Doing
Oh.
their own thing.
I've been kind of jealous. I really want to go out there with you. I see the guys. I'm like, y'all are leaving me behind.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up. The competition there is terrible, just like in roofing, dude. They can't compete. They don't care about people. It all comes down to they just want to buy their house. We help so many people out of foreclosure that we don't buy. We stop auctions for people for free. I pay attorneys to do stuff for free, whether I'm going to buy it or not. A lot of them are going to make them sign a contract to help them. We don't do that. Yeah. We will help you for free. We'll go get you groceries. We'll bring your kids toys. I don't care if I buy your house. We're going to come help you, and that's why we get them.
It's the bigger picture of just. It's the same thing with roofing though.
That's the cool thing about being two men in a truck.
Yeah.
You're small enough to where you can give that extra attention and that little bit of love to where you're not having to worry about who all you have to feed on your squad. You're small enough to where you can do those things that matter to those things that lock those people in versus offer pad.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say too, that's the beautiful thing about, it's not just about 70-30, but that's the beautiful thing about 70-30 too, because with the 50-50-12, you don't have no wiggle room. So you might have a homeowner that you adore, but they gonna go with somebody else because you can't compete with the price.
Can't make it happen.
When you got 70-30, as long as I'm making top pitch money and I'm making a decent amount for myself, I can compete. And now I'm not worried about, hey, I'm gonna lose this job solely based off of money.
Yep.
You got more leverage to get out there and help the homeowner in a need that you can take that loss and just work off the referrals from that one.
That's true.
And you're good. It's
Yep.
not about the greed for that one sale.
Yep.
It all trickles
Same thing in
down.
real estate. We helped a lady with a foreclosure, and now we're in talks to buy a lake lot on Oconee for $150,000 on seller finance. So it all comes around.
Like she got what she needed up front. We didn't win the first bid, but the relationship that we built, she's gonna come to us, and
Yep.
that it's just all gonna revert back. It's just a matter of relationship.
Sometimes you build those relationships for a greater purpose other than just right there getting the house. And that's the good thing about doing it the same way every time. You know what you got, you know where it's going to lead. Even if you don't get that roof or you don't get that house, you made a contact that's forever. And when something comes up, they're going to be like, hey man, I got to call Cody now. You know, it kind of pops up. So 70-30, it's funny. So I was hearing earlier that now I'm starting to see other companies go to it.
Yeah, they trying to jump on the band.
Because they know their guys are going to go
It's
out.
trend that way, and they know
Which is great. That's great for
it needs to
roofing.
happen.
That was Daniel, in the very beginning, what do we say?
Day one, there's gonna be others. As soon as we do it, there's
Hey,
gonna be others.
We think that the salesmen carry this industry, but they're the ones that get paid, last. They get paid less than what the owner makes just because you carry insurance, just because you have an office or a building. And I get it, you got expenses, but raindrops fill up a bucket. I don't know.
Well, the whole overhead thing in roofing's a damn lie. For 1099 guys with no trucks and no nothing, they're paying for everything, and you need 12% off every job. So if I sell 200 square roofs a month, you're taking $6 or $12,000. That covers your overhead for a couple months, and you're doing that from 5. It's a big scam. I mean, I knew that because I've been in it for so long, but it's a scam. Some guys actually believe it, but I know it's a lie because I do real estate. I know what rent goes for in office spaces. It's a lie.
You got some of the guys that have actual office managers and are put together really well.
And company trucks and all that, that's different, but most of them don't have that.
Most of them do not have that.
Yeah, you're on your own.
Guys piggyback off of those guys.
Yep.
And to be real, I think that if you do have a company that has all of that stuff in alignment, you have to be very careful with who you hire.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I'd almost say I don't want all of that, like in the beginning, because it's kind of like spoon-fed.
Yep.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
and one wrong move, and you're going in debt very fast. If you're not already in debt buying all that stuff.
Most of them are. We've heard that many times, dude, about debt, this, debt, that.
And then it's about your workers. Like, all right, if I'm handing you everything before you even put in some work,
What do you really got in it?
you know what I mean? What are you? And then you find out these guys ain't even really working. They riding around in your company truck. They doing all this, and they don't
Well, if
even
you're
have
transitioning from a regular 9 to 5, you get into this industry, man. This shit'll fuck you up if you ain't ready.
Yep.
Because if you're gonna be comfortable with working a certain amount of hours. You got, like most of these guys here, they got to self-motivate themselves to get up and go knock doors.
Well, that's why it's so cool though,
got to.
because only the great men make it.
That's right. You know, then you got the guys where the weather's been nice for 3 or 4 or 5 months straight. You haven't got hung up in the rain, and you can grab low-hanging fruit, and that'll spoil you. Then you get a couple weeks of rain. You know, it was kind of cool to hear the guys about yesterday or this weekend who worked. Oh, y'all working in the rain? Yeah, set them appointments. You set appointments.
Today that you can't work, I'm like, man, y'all got to get out of that. That's just a built-in excuse. And I come from construction, so I know we did siding and roofing. So like, I know normally it is that way, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be. It's how bad do you want it?
You can also call from your house. We have thousands of houses that we cold call and set roof appointments. You can sit at home and kick your feet up and cold call and set roof appointments.
But like you said, it's getting you that, just like everybody in the room, like, you knock in the rain, that's damn near the whole United States.
Yep.
So if you can go knock out in the rain, you're setting yourself apart from 95%.
Oh yeah, there's no one out there.
You know, it's crazy. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be the baller. Everybody wants to have the nice shit. But who's willing to put the time in it to go make it?
The actions speak louder than the damn.
If you work at Walmart and it rains, you ain't going to work.
Exactly. Well, that's what you got to think about it, man. People just act like there's too much time. Life is so short. I mean, especially if you have kids, you have young kids and you're still living in a bad place, you're still doing this. What? By the time you get to a nice one, they're going to be 5, 6 years old. All they're going to remember from their childhood is that trailer you lived in. You don't have no time. Like, that's why I work 24/7. I got 2 kids that I'm going to give a good life to. I'm not going to look back and say, oh, now they got it. They're 10 years old. They're going to have it now.
Yeah.
I don't need any motivation. They're right there every day.